It's a cold, chilly morning here in Vail. You can see there's still some snow coming down. It's got an inch overnight. I'm Cameron. I'm over here in Golden Peak next to Chair 6. You can see, or maybe not see, the beautiful Gore Range in the background with all the precipitation and cloud cover coming in. It's Thursday, January, 20-something-ish. It's time for the Vail Valley Live show to begin.
Good morning, everyone. And yes, it is January 20-something. It is actually the 27th. It's Thursday. We got a lot of things going on the show today. So thanks for joining us bright and early. I'm Trisha Swenson. I'll be live here in our studio in Eagle Vale. As you just saw, Cameron is braving the elements out in Vail. He's over by Golden Peak right now. And then we're going to have Meredith in Beaver Creek. So a couple things we're going to talk about. Hey, how you can have some fun with snowshoes and walking mountains up on Vail Mountain. And we're also going to check in with the Eagle Valley Library District. Do you need a good read during your vacation, or are you going on vacation? Maybe a good audiobook? We'll let you know what they have. And then Chris Irving will chime in with us and let us know about some the real estate market with LIV Sothebys International Realty, weather, headlines, events, and so much more. We want to thank you for watching this morning. Why don't you chime in? Why don't you let us know where you're watching from or what you want to know on the show today? Consider us your concierge for the Vail Valley. We'll give you some tips, where to go, what to do, where to dine, all this morning. Now, if you are watching us live during the show between about 7 and 8:30-ish, you can chat with us via Facebook or our new YouTube channel. You can hit subscribe to Vail Valley Live, and you can ask questions. You can let us know what you're doing, what you're thinking, how cold it is in your neck of the woods, and much more. And then if you can't reach us, can't be with us during the morning show, you can always watch us on demand. We're on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and we're also a podcast on Spotify in case you want to get a little snowshoeing in early yourself. Just put the ears in, the AirPods in, and head up the hill today. A little chilly this morning, as Cameron mentioned, and let's give you your weather right now. And when I looked at the temperatures earlier, and this weather report is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne, temperatures are pretty consistent over the valley floor. We're seeing Eagle coming in at 11, Vail 15, Edwards 14, and Avon 16 degrees right now. And we did receive 1 inch of new snow in the last 24 hours at Vail and at Beaver Creek. But as we look out there, you could see that heavy clouds still settling in. We're going to have snow showers likely mainly before about 3 p.m. and then gradually becoming mostly sunny this afternoon. So quite a different story on your commute into work or the slopes. And then back home, you're going to see a change in the weather today. And then with our temperatures dropping this evening, that'll be due to those clear skies, the crisp air coming in. The clouds usually have that little insulating layer, blanket layer. We won't see that tonight. We're going to have temperatures below 0 for your Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking like some great weather. We'll see 40s on Saturday and for Sunday. So warming up by the weekend could be a great one to get out there. Now, according to opensnow.com, really not a chance of any kind of precipitation until Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe 2 to 4 inches in the early part of next week. But terrain status right now on Vail Mountain, we're going to see 25 out of 32 lifts open. And these are pretty much all your major lifts. What's not open are the little platter lifts, surface lifts like Wapiti. That'll take you from China Bowl over to Tuwelk. So the main areas are open. In fact, we have 97% of the terrain open. So plenty for you to ski and ride on. And we have the lifts opening at 8:30. They close at 3:30. So keep in mind, Blue Sky Basin, Pete's Express, Earl's is not open, but Pete's and Skyline are open. They're going to close earlier than the back bowls. Back bowls close at 3. and then the front side at 3:30. So that's a little info for you if you're planning your day. Go all the way to the back and then work your way to the front. And then 94% of the terrain is open up at Beaver Creek. 24 out of 25 lives there. So a lot of terrain for you to enjoy. 160 trails open out of 169. And then pay attention to the bottom of the screen because we're going to be running our crawl. And that is giving you the groomers at Vail Mountain. Now, unfortunately, we don't get the grooming report at Beaver Creek before we start the show. It's not updated yet. So sorry for that, but at least we've got Vail for you if you're going to head out there on the slopes. And I was out there this weekend, skied Blue Sky Basin, skied Big Rock Park, Cloud Nine, all of that in that area. And then China Bowl was looking so good too. So it's fun to get back in the back bowls and pay attention to the grooming because even if you aren't an expert skier, there are blue runs back there. So maybe just follow the groomers. I know the Slot was groomed, East and West Poppy Fields was groomed. So it still allows you to kind of get that back bowl experience without having to really be that expert skier skiing the Black Diamonds. Jade Glade was groomed as well if you're looking for a steeper groomer. But let's bring in Cameron and Meredith now. They've been braving the elements outside, so they can give us the straight scoop, what it feels like. Cameron, looking like we're seeing a little bit of snowflakes still, but some blue sky trying to pop out. And Meredith looks a little socked in over at Beaver Creek. Give me the report. What's it like out there?
So Trisha,
Well,
when I originally opened the show, the over towards the north and east is very much still cloudy, very dark over there. But yeah, as we look towards the south, up the hill, starting to see a bit of a break in the cloud cover. But yeah, it is cold. I think you mentioned before the show when we were off the air, it's 81% humidity.
Yes.
So it's really kind of seeping through my layers this morning. Even
Yeah.
though I've got like 6 layers, it's getting through it already.
I know that's what people need to understand about temperature. It might be the same temperature as it was, like, for example, yesterday, but maybe the humidity level was a lot lower. So higher humidity usually makes it a little more bone chilling. You know how they talk about it's a dry heat in Arizona. You know, it's kind of a wet cold with the humidity up. And I see behind you we've got those race gates. So Golden Peak, this is home to Ski and Snowboard Club Vail.
That's right. Yeah. So within the blue gates, and I'll shift my camera just a little bit for our viewers at home. And if you're listening on Spotify, I'll do my best to describe it. But the blue gates that are going up this stretch of the trail here over in Golden Peak is the race area for our Ski and Snowboard Club Vail athletes and kids that are out there training.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the public isn't able to ski that area, but it's really fun if you're over here, catch them weaving and bobbing through those gates.
Oh yeah, and those are the future of the sport. And of course, we have different athletes that have come out of Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. Lindsey Vonn, of course, and we also had Toby Dawson, who was in the 2006 Olympics, and other Olympians. Kai Owens, who's going from Eagle Vale this year. So kind of neat to see that. All
Certainly,
right,
and exciting. Few weeks away till the Olympics.
I know. I was just at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum last night where they were doing the talk on the Olympics in Beijing. And, you know, they're the only city that hosted the Summer Games, actually just a few years ago, and now Winter Games. And they only had to build one new venue. They were able to convert a lot, like, you know, where they did the swimming, that's where the ice skating is happening. So they were able to try to be really smart and just refresh some of the buildings for the Winter Games. So, but I think we've got, what about a 15-hour difference? So the opening ceremony is literally at 5 in the morning on February 4th. So you can watch it live, or there's so many different ways you can watch it now, whether it's live streaming, on demand. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting to try to keep up with it all. All right, let's bring in Meredith, and we'll find out what's happening over at Beaver Creek. Meredith, what's happening down? I see a couple dogs behind you, people out there walking the dogs, getting things ready to go.
Yes, it's that time to walk the dogs because in about an hour it'll be flooded with skiers, and not the best time to bring your pup out to the base of Beaver Creek. But as you can see, Centennial Lift is right behind me, and to be honest, I turned around and I'm just breathtaking. This mountain is so
I know.
gorgeous. It really is. We have full cloud coverage over here in Beaver Creek, but no snowflakes. I've seen no sign of snowflakes
Okay.
this morning. But it is a little chilly, as Cam and you have been talking about. We were joking, these earmuffs keep my ears warm, but what about my forehead?
I know.
That's
Hey,
the
they're
only thing that's
cute.
cold.
They're cute. That's all that matters right there. And yeah, there we go. We'll
Just
keep the
switch it
forehead
around.
warm that way.
Oh yeah.
Start a new trend. There we go. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Now,
Little
Meredith,
rotation.
you grew up here, but did you ski more on Vail Mountain or Beaver Creek? What was your kind of learning area?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I live and grew up in Vail, so it was very convenient just to ride Vail most of the time. And when I grew up, I was a part of this organization called Devo, which is ski lessons on Saturdays. Over here in Beaver Creek, it's Bevo. And so I know Vail pretty much, with my eyes closed, but I can't say the same for Beaver Creek.
Yeah.
So now that I'm living here full time, I've made it a goal to really learn this mountain. And it's been so fun. And I think one of my favorite things about Beaver Creek, first, obviously, the 3 p.m. cookies. I mean, we all
Yes.
have to love the cookies, but, there's less people here typically. And so most days that I've rode Vail this year, I'm skiing right up to the chairs and not waiting in a line. So it really
Yeah,
feels like
at
you
Beaver
can
Creek, you mean?
at Beaver
Yeah.
Creek, yeah. You can really spread out, and it's a lot more quiet. I actually did my first double black this year on Beaver Creek. I did
Okay.
Elk Lane, which is on Grouse. If you take a right, and it's a big tree run. So that was great, and I did Loco for my first time. That was a nice steep groomer. So yeah, I'm really enjoying skiing this mountain, I must say.
I know, yeah. And you know what? Speaking of, growing up skiing and all the different adventure zones, I'm sure you went to the Magic Forest and, Chaos Canyon. But Beaver Creek has some fun zones. Jackrabbit Alley being an awesome little through the tree zone that the kids love. They also love Tombstone Territory and Slanderous Sam's, Ripperoo's Retreat, the Buckaroo Bowl, Bear Cave, and Gold Mine. I was a ski instructor in Beaver Creek, and we would always entice the kids by like, hey, if you're really good, we're going to take you through the gold mine, and there'd be little golden nuggets that are planted in there, and then the kids feel like, I found some gold, and they put it in their pocket and everything. So fun. And that's
It
kind of
is
off.
so cute.
Yeah, that's kind of between Golden, Rose Bowl and like Larkspur and Latigo runs. So that's where you could find the
That's
kids zones.
right.
And you don't have to be in ski school to do these. Like you can take your kids through them. And Jackrabbit Alley, parents, make sure you're good enough to go down to Jackrabbit Alley though, because the turns are tight. You almost need shorter skis, and you can always bop out to the trail and still have a bird's eye view of the kids, and then meet them at the end. It gets a little
Totally.
tiring if you're an adult.
It's the cutest thing seeing these little rippers go through the forest though.
Yeah.
They're fearless, and all they need is to know French fry and pizza.
French fry and pizza. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna let you guys warm up a little bit. We're gonna take a break, and then we've got your headlines. We've got a road report, and we'll check in with that weather again. Stay tuned. Start the new year out right with Nap Harvest. Mushrooms have been named the top ingredient of the year by the New York Times, and we have them in all shapes and sizes. Honey continues to be a hot topic for health, so stock up with Nap's Nectars. Nap Harvest, your indoor farmers market, open 7 days a week.
Treat your dog to delicious, nutritious dog food. Specialty items and high-quality gear for dogs who love to get outside and play. Do-it-yourself dog washing and grooming services now available. Mountain Canine, the dog-friendliest shop in the Vail Valley.
Hey, want to thank Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. I've got some honey in my tea today, but Chris Pryor, manager up there, he's like, "You got to try this, Trisha. This is the Escalator blend." So we brought a bag back to the staff here, and it's really cool because it's the escalators at Beaver Creek, so they customize a lot of their blends. This is actually, let's see, this is from Papua New Guinea and Colombia, guaranteed to escalate you up the slope. So we'll have to tell Meredith about this, and maybe she can pop into Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. They have a location right there by Centennial Lift, where Meredith is, and then their roastery location is right on your way to Minturn off of Highway 24, across from Meadow Mountain and Grouse Trail. So you can head there before or after, maybe a snowshoe or a little hike, or just a shopping trip to Minturn. But let's give you your headlines for today, for Thursday, the 27th of January. And check out this cover that Chris Dillman got. This is two elks, double ears. Check that out. It looks like it's one, but if you look closely, you see all the legs, you see the ears. This is Wednesday in Eagle. Elk inhabit the lower elevations during the winter months for food, making Eagle a popular area for elk and other wildlife. And it's funny, if you've got friends down in Eagle, they'll take pictures on the way to work, and they're like, "Here's my traffic jam," and it's like a herd of elk crossing the road. So really neat picture on the cover of today's Vail Daily. But headlines for today, making headway on housing. County is working on potential for sale deed restricted project, while tweaks to down payment assistance program has brought in even more locals. More on this on page A3. Also in today's paper, admiring the journey. Avon halfpipe star Zoe Kalapos finally gets to the Olympics. You can read more about her today in the paper with our sports writer Ryan Setterquist, chronicling her journey on the snowboard. And speaking of sports, several factors helped in leading U.S. field at the X Games, and Edwards snowboarder's fourth place run among the best results of the career. Learn more about Ryan Walkendorfer on page 823 in today's paper. Grab your copy of your newspaper in newspaper dispensers all the way through the valley, or you can always just go online, vaildaily.com. We'll give you these stories and much, much more. Right now, let's check in with the roads. And we did get 1 inch of new snow in the last 24 hours and a little bit of snow earlier in the week. That's kind of clogging things up on the side streets. We're looking pretty good on the interstates. But earlier this morning, the traction law, the chain law was in effect for Vail Pass as well as Tennessee Pass. And want to let you know that there's going to be a closure tonight at the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels. There was one last night, but another one going on tonight. Won't really affect you too much unless maybe you have a very, very early flight tomorrow morning and you need to get to DIA. Otherwise, they try to do it where it has the least amount of impact on traffic. But let's bring it out to Cameron. He's standing by in, you've already made your way to the Village from Golden Peak, and that's a pretty quick walk. That's a short walk.
It is. It's nice. You can come right through the trees. So for our viewers at home, I'm just on the eastern edge of Vail Village, just next to the water fountain.
Oh yeah.
Over there, over my right shoulder, and standing right now in front of my perfect trifecta of restaurants and places to go here in Vail. And that's from left to right here. That's, of course, is Big Bear Bistro.
Yeah.
Then we have Shakedown Bar.
Yes.
And then the Blue Cow. So my three, you can't pack them in tighter than this. You can't get, a better variety across the bunch here.
Yeah.
Definitely 3 places that I recommend you check out if you're here in the Village.
Well, you know what? You could probably have breakfast because I think Big Bear Bistro, here come the kegs. All right.
There's the beer.
All right. They made it through Vail Pass. They did not get stuck. But I think Big Bear Bistro, they usually do breakfast over there. So you can do breakfast and then you can get it like your soup. I love the soup over at the Blue Cow. And then head on down to Shakedown for a little après.
That's right. So my favorite meals over at Big Bear, I have two. Phenomenal sandwiches, salads, what have you. But the two sandwiches that I most like for an afternoon, you skied as much as you can in the back bowls. You need 5 minutes to rest and recover before you come back at it. They have a blat, a bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato that is like this
awesome.
big as my face. And then they also have the masterpiece sandwich, which is, it's got like bean sprouts and just a balsamic on it. It's phenomenal. I think it's got like 4 different kinds of meat. So definitely a spot for breakfast, for lunch. And then, yeah, like you said, Trisha, soups and brats and other treats over at the Blue Cow Swedish style cafe. And then make your way to Shakedown. I think 4 o'clock they have opera music. Yeah. And then because it's Thursday, they have ladies soul and funk night, I think, starting at 9.
Okay.
I've never been, but it sounds fun.
Wait, and were they doing Courvoisier nights? Did I hear that? We got to find this out now. Right. Oh, yeah, that's fun. And you know what? And they've got, live music all throughout the weekend. They have a pretty active scene on Sundays. A lot of people think everyone just goes home on Sundays. Not Shakedown. They're like, hey, you got the day off tomorrow? We're going to have it be a lot of fun. So they have that. But I can't remember, but I think they had Courvoisier evenings or something like that. Ooh. We'll find out for you.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So they've got their calendar. A lot of things going on. Their house band, really a lot of fun. So, we'll see. So Thursday, the 27th. You know what? We're having Mark Levy and friends. Mark, busiest man in show business. He's in circles around the sun. He's always busy. But he's going to be there this evening from 9 to 11:59 p.m. So not 12. He's going to quit at 11:59. But, yeah, come on in there. Doors open at 9:30. So, should be – keep it going. First chair, last call. I mean, that's –
you're here, you got to do it all.
That's extreme. Some people think they're extreme athletes. How about first chair, last call? That's extreme. All right.
See if you can fit a nap in.
Yeah, maybe. No, naps are cheating. You're cheating if you're taking the naps. All right. If you go home, you're not going back out. That's how it runs. All right. Hey, let's bring it to a break. When we come back, we'll check in with Meredith up at Beaver Creek, and we'll also let you know about some snowshoeing options up on the mountain with a guide.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your LIV tickets today.
Winter is coming, and you can enjoy every minute with Outside Plus, your membership to the outdoors. Whether you're exploring the backcountry or your local trails, Outside Plus has you covered. With expert advice on gear, product discounts, premium access to Outside TV and the Gaia GPS app, and inspiring content delivered from the most respected names in the outdoors. Become an Outside Plus member today to get free tickets and VIP access to this year's Warren Miller film. Join at warrenmiller.com/Outside Plus.
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
Hi, we are the ski injury attorneys at Block and Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and injures you, you are entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has to avoid skiers below.
You need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. If you've been injured on the slopes, call Black and Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been helping injured skiers and snowboarders in Colorado for over 30 years. Black and Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you.
Your case is our priority. Call us at 970-926-1700 or go to vailjustice.com.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
All right, we are back. I want to give you a look at the weather right now. We did receive 1 inch of new snow in the last 24 hours, and the roads are a little slick moving into wherever you're going today, work or play. Here's a live look looking at Lion's Head. Cameron was standing by in Vail Village a few moments ago. A few light flakes, but it's going to be snow showers likely before about 3 p.m. And we could maybe see maybe a half an inch possible out of this. Not a big storm, but more of just the cloud cover throughout the day. And then tonight, things will clear out and our temperatures are going to drop to below freezing. We'll have 3 below this evening, a high of 22 degrees today. And then by your Friday, we have sunshine for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and even warmer temperatures by Saturday and Sunday. We'll see a high of 43 on Saturday, 45 for Sunday. So don't get too excited because it's always a little cooler up on top of the mountain. But wow, those are pretty nice warm temperatures for your January. And as we look at open snow, they're not really predicting much out of this either, maybe just 1 inch possible for today. And then the next chance of snow really isn't until early next week, Tuesday into Wednesday. And then terrain and lift status, 97% open on Vail. Once again, 1 new inch reported in the last 24 hours. Pay attention to the crawl. Find your favorite groomer down there today. Born Free was groomed. I know that they groomed some in the back bowls. So if you want to head down Ricky's was groomed today. So maybe go up those lifts and then head down to Game Creek Bowl, go up 7, and then Ricky's will be right there for you. That'll take you down to Chair 5, where next year we'll have 2 lifts out of Sundown Bowl. So kind of some cool news with that. And then over at Beaver Creek, that is looking good. We've got our new terrain, or our new park open with 250 acres of terrain. It's called Mccoy Park, and it's just off of Strawberry Park, Chair 12. Or you can take it all the way from Avon, take 7, the Weston Gondola to the upper and lower Beaver Creek Mountain Express, and then head there, and you'll be right by the entrance into Mccoy Park. But let's take it over to Meredith and learn a little bit more about Thursday Night Lights. This is a fun event that happens every Thursday. Now, Meredith, did you ever do this growing up here? That was always kind of fun for kids.
I honestly have never participated, so I got to get my booty up here Thursday nights.
Yes.
I told Beaver Creek, they're overachievers. They do fireworks every week. Can you believe it?
I know. That's what's most fun is they got the DJ songs going, and then the kids ski down with the glow sticks. But the fireworks at the end, we don't wait till 4th of July. We don't wait for just New Year's. We do it every week up at the Beeve. But where are you now?
Yes, so Coyote Cafe is actually right behind me, and this is one of my favorite places to operate. So I thought I'd mosey around Beaver Creek and kind of show off some of my favorite places to operate. Okay. Coyote is definitely being one of them. A few weeks ago, I was hangry, and I was cold, and I separated myself from the group, and I was like, I just have to go get some food and warm up, and then I'll be back. So I stopped in a Coyote, got some enchiladas. It was so good. And then the last time I was here, the menu is kind of like a Tex-Mex. But the last time, a few days ago, I went in and there was a distributor for beer and so she was giving everyone free beer and shots at the bar.
It was like the best time. You just got to show up. You never know.
That's exactly right. You got to trust your instincts and explore all the different options that they have in Beaver Creek. But to your comment earlier, I thought I would go on the escalator that brings you to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, just to give you a little bit more of a vantage point. So this is very nice. Obviously, when you're in your ski boots and you have all your equipment, these escalators kind of are a game changer.
Oh, they are.
It brings you right to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. And we love them because they caffeinate us in the morning. And then you can always stop in and get après cocktails, some canned wines. So this is honestly like a low-key kind of après. Maybe if you want to kind of put a wine in your pocket and save it for a view at the top of the mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yes, and you know what else they do? They have that common consumption area, which means that you basically can, order wine or beer or whatever from the locations, the different restaurants such as Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, and then you can walk down to the ice rink, or you can go shopping. You can just check it out. So they had that. That was kind of a pre-COVID thing. It started during COVID, but they were in the works to have that happen before. So, all right. Are there many people around? What's it looking like?
It's honestly pretty quiet. It's pretty nice. Hey, just the employees starting to warm up by the fire. At this hour, you're going to see a lot of the employees, but the mountain opens. This lift in Beaver Creek opens at 9 a.m., so you'll start to see the village start to swarm with people a little bit later in the morning. But I'm now back actually right where I started the show. So at the base of the mountain, you can see Centennial. And this is another one of my favorite opera places, Sea Bar.
Yes.
So it is the bar attached to Chop House. And Chop House has two locations, one in Beaver Creek and Vail. And Sea Bar is really great because it's literal ski in, ski out. You know, you're parking your skis right here and walking in 10 steps.
Oh yeah. Well, and you know what? They've got all those TVs, and with the big games this weekend on Sunday, so you might want to be watching the Bengals and the Chiefs. We also have the 49ers and the Rams. So if you have big football fans in your group and they're like, I can't go skiing because I won't be able to see the game. Yeah, you could make some laps. You could pop in, see what the score is, go back out during halftime. You know, that's about probably the closest TV to the slopes is right there.
That's exactly right. And it's the vibe. They have great big TVs, as you mentioned, for sports. And they have a raw bar, too, so you can get some oysters if you're feeling fancy, or some shrimp cocktail or tuna. But, yeah, and then they have very specialty cocktails and obviously a wide selection of draft beers. Just a few weeks ago, we were watching football games here. So you're exactly right. And again, it's just ski in, ski out. But, you know, if you're not into skiing or you're looking to try different activities, I think that's what's so great about this next video we're showing. You actually had a chance to go snowshoeing with the Walking Mountains. So I think this is great for our viewers because you don't have to ski or snowboard if you want to come to Vail. There's so many different kind of sports and different adventures to go on. So I'm excited to tune in to this next video.
You're watching Vail Today. I'm Tricia Swenson, and we're going to go snowshoeing with the naturalists from Walking Mountains. We're at the top of Vail Mountain at Eagles Nest, and joining me now we have Rachel Holland, and she's one of their guides that's going to let us know who's out on the trail with us. And this is something that you guys do daily, right, Rachel?
We do. Every day at 2 o'clock up here on the top of Vail Mountain out of the Nature Discovery Center. We have hikes from 2 to 3.
All right, so it's right next to the Eagles Nest gondola building, all the other activities here with Epic Discovery. And it's such a wonderful way to get closer to nature. Even in the winter, we can spot nature.
We can. A lot of people think that all the animals are gone and there's not really a lot of nature around, but there is, and we see signs of it on the trail.
Okay, so what's out there? What sort of things are we looking for, or are you able to point out for us?
We can actually see a lot of tracks on the trail. Sometimes we can see some different signs of animals. We don't usually actually see the animals, but we can see what they leave behind. Maybe some scat, some fur if we're lucky.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting, you know, to know who's out on the trail with you and to identify the scat. Mm-hmm. The kids love that.
Oh yeah, people get very excited just to know that there's animals around. They love the animals here.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of animals are still out and about?
The main ones that are out are usually the red fox, the coyotes, the porcupines, kind of the smaller guys, sometimes mule deer or elk, moose.
Yeah. And what are some of the comments that you get from the people that take the tour?
They love it. I mean, they love that it's free. They love that it's an hour. It's beginner friendly. I have tons of people who have never even used snowshoes before, and they're able to go on the walk perfectly fine. It just kind of gets them out a little bit so they can sort of get a taste of nature.
Yeah.
And it's just so exciting to see that.
And they're going to provide the snowshoes for you. So basically, dress as if you were going to be going skiing. Snow pants, jacket, layers, and then some hiking shoes, running shoes, even snow boots. Kind of work with a lot of these bindings. So if you want to come up, especially if you're already skiing, maybe bring a backpack of your shoes and then do this partway through the day.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of skiers come up here, and non-skiers, we have a little bit of everybody.
Okay, and then what age group is this for?
It's for ages 10 and up, so we don't have snowshoes for the small guys, but we do have snowshoes for everyone else. They're all adjustable, so they can fit pretty much anybody.
Okay, perfect. And then since this is at 2 o'clock, we would need one of those scenic lift tickets, right?
Yep, the scenic gondola pass you can buy down at the ticket office, but after 3:30 it is free, and it also works with a valid ski pass.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, thanks so much. And you do have those evening snowshoe tours.
Yep,
and they've got a lot of offerings that you can learn more by going to walkingmountains.org. Start the new year out right with Nap Harvest. Mushrooms have been named the top ingredient of the year by the New York Times, and we have them in all shapes and sizes. Honey continues to be a hot topic for health, so stock up with Nap's nectars. Nap Harvest, your indoor farmers market, open 7 days a week.
Huh, is that true? Geico's been saving folks money for 85 years?
Yep, that's right.
Wait, so if Geico's 85, that makes you...
Are you asking if I'm 85 years old?
I mean, sea turtles live to be 150, so... No, I was not.
Do I look 85?
What? No! You look young. You look young for however old you are.
Geico, saving people money for 85 years.
Welcome to the club.
What's going on?
Get your arms up. Hours of operation, whenever you need to feel good. The club has no dress code.
You got this.
No rules of decorum. Pets are allowed.
Now we're squat jumping up a storm. Quick.
You don't have to show your card at the door.
Breathe naturally.
There is no door to the club. There is no ceiling. And if you have 10 minutes,
Come on.
20, 30, and if you're wearing one of these, let's go.
You deserve more from your steak. You deserve the only steak that's guaranteed to be perfect every single time. At Omaha Steaks, we're delivering old school quality with a now school mentality. That means aging every steak for tenderness, carefully hand carving, and obsessing over every last detail, so you never second guess a single bite. For a limited time, get the best quality at the best value during our 50% off sale. Visit omahasteaks.com today. You deserve this.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by LIV Sothebys International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Welcome back. Here's a look at the weather. It is in the teens for most of the valley, but it feels a little bit cooler out there. Humidity level is up, so always factor that in. Sometimes you're like, wow, it was 13 yesterday and it felt warmer. But it could just be that the humidity level is different. Kind of that feel out there, the feels, we've got it at 7. But our high today will be into the low 20s, and then our low overnight after the cloud cover moves on through and we have the clear skies, we're going to drop below 0 this evening. And then plenty of sunshine for your next couple of days, and we'll even reach the 40s by Saturday, by Sunday. But our overnight temperatures will still be pretty cool, down into the low teens as we go to the end of the weekend. And then our next chance of snow, according to OpenSnow.com, really isn't until about Tuesday into Wednesday, maybe 2 inches on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday. So no big storms to report, but that's what we're looking at right now. And then as far as the mountains are concerned, I skied Blue Sky Basin last weekend on Vail, and we got back into China Bowl as well. The snow is so good. I love January snow. I know it's cold out there, but the snow stays so consistent all throughout the day. 25 out of 32 lifts open in Vail as well, but really pretty much anything you want to ski is open right now. 24 out of 25 lifts open at Beaver Creek with 94% of the train open. Just a few runs here and there that aren't quite open yet, but they do have Royal Elk Glade open. I don't think Stone Creek Chutes is open yet, but other than that, pretty much from village to village to village, Arrowhead, Bachelor Gulch, Main Beaver Creek Mountain, you're going to find it open today. But let's take a look at, are we going to go to Cam? All right, we're going to take it outside. Cameron is standing by with Chris Irving with LIV Sothebys International Realty. Hello, guys. Good to see you, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, we're great.
Good. You're inside.
Okay, we'll let you guys get going on the interview.
Absolutely. So Trish over here with, of course, Chris Irving from LIV Sothebys International Realty. We're out here with Elements this morning. You said you drove up from Eagle.
Yeah.
But you're here in Vail with us today. We're just outside of the Gorsuch Ski Cafe. And Chris, involved with LIV Sothebys Realty. You know, I've heard, or I understand. I haven't bought property myself, but I understand what's really crucial when you're looking for a place, if you're looking for, is getting that connection with a local realtor, someone who knows the area, who knows what's happening, and is involved in the community. What's that like? How does that impact your ability to help them? And what do you love about it here?
Yeah. So it is pretty important to have a connection with your real estate agent, broker, in this community. I've been here 24 years now, so I know the area fairly well. We've owned businesses here. We've really dove into this community, and that's what I love out here, is that it is, and there's people here that have been here. I mean, I think we all came originally to ski, and then 24 years later, we're still here.
That's right.
So yeah, it's just a community, and the people here are great, and just having people all around the world, descend upon this community kind of really makes it pretty interesting.
Certainly, certainly a special place. Now, I know you mentioned off the air that inventory is getting kind of tight, but I think you have 2 properties to share with us today.
Yep.
The first of which is in Bellyache over in Wolcott. Will you tell us more about that one?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite areas of the Vail Valley. It's kind of like a little gem, kind of secret hideaway. So you're kind of away from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It's only about 25-minute drive from here up the hill. 70, it's 3 miles up, 20 Jufalis Ranch Road. It's behind a gate in the enclaves of Travis Creek. It's located on 10 acres. It's about 4,500 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths. Yeah, this is one of the pictures here of just how grand the entranceway. Floor-to-ceiling windows, post beam construction, beautiful reclaimed wood floors throughout, flagstone, like chef's kitchen, just perfect for entertaining.
Yeah.
The master primary bedroom is on one wing of the house. The east wing is 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and just spectacular.
The decor is just it's sight and great. Like that looks like a beautiful modern mountain home.
It is. It's just built it's not just built, but 97, so it's not 70s construction.
Yeah.
It's not that old. But the views that you get from right here in this living room view, floor to ceiling windows, just heads northwest. So you have beautiful mountain views, flat tops, just absolutely gorgeous.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And so if folks who are watching aren't in the market for a home right now, I understand you've got more of a commercial office property down in Eagle?
Correct. Down in Eagle off of Chambers Avenue.
Okay.
It's 210 Marmot Lane, Unit B6. About 200 square feet. This is perfect for somebody who needs industrial. So you have office space upstairs, 5 offices, conference room, and then downstairs there's full garage with a 12-foot door. You can fit 2 Sprinter vans in there. Ooh. And all your personal equipment.
I love that, yeah. You're in the business for moving people up and down the mountain on the road these days.
There you go.
Absolutely. Well, excellent. Well, Chris, thanks so much for taking time out. Is there any way that folks can find out more? How can folks learn more about these properties and about you yourself?
Yeah, they can just give me a call. My phone number is 970-376-3487, or they can check out our website at livsotheby's.com.
Excellent. Once again, Chris Irving with LIV Sothebys International Realty. Thanks so much for making the trek up. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take care.
Okay. Hey, Chris, that was awesome. It's so cool to see that house in Bellyache. Bellyache really isn't that far away. You just go to the Wolcott exit, you head south, you go up, you're kind of by the Red Sky Ranch golf courses, and a lot of people like to do that bike ride up to the water tower. So beautiful views from Bellyache. So give Chris a call if you want to find out more. But we've got a lot more coming up on the show. Are we going to take a break? All right, Rachel's behind the controls driving the ship today. So we're going to take it to a break, and we'll be right back with more Vail Valley Live.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your LIV tickets today.
Club One is a pivotal part of the Vail lifestyle, with spacious lockers to store all your gear in a ski-in, ski-out location. Club One is your mountain headquarters, stacked with club amenities and members-only perks. Club One, where the locals locker.
Get more information at VailYetiHockey.com. Go Yeti!
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
All right, here's a look at your weather right now. Temperatures, we're still in the teens all throughout the valley. We got 16 in Avon, 14 in Edwards, and 12 down in Eagle. And then for Vail, where Cameron just was, where it was just lightly snowing, it's 13, but it feels like 7. So the humidity level's up a little bit. That puts a little bit more of a chill in the air as well. And you can see we have the socked-in cloud cover. We'll be starting those lifts in about 15 minutes. 8:30 is when Vail opens. Beaver Creek opens at 9. So get out there, get your tickets ready to go, so you're all ready for first chair this morning. We're going to expect these snow showers to last throughout the day, mainly before about 3 p.m. And then we're going to clear out the clouds. That cold weather is going to settle in. The cold air overnight will drop down below 0. And then for your Friday, we're going to see plenty of sunshine. And we're going to have that continue all the way through Saturday into Sunday. Now, tomorrow with your Friday weather, we could see a little wind chill, especially in the morning. So it'll be south in the morning and becoming west in the afternoon. But always keep that in mind with the wind chill factor coming into play. Or when you're skiing or riding down, the faster you go, I kind of say you create your own wind chill. So always pack the neck gaiter, balaclava, good options to keep with you, maybe even the hand warmers as you start out your day today. And we're only going to get into the low 20s. So it is going to be a rather cool day compared to, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, where we'll be about 20 degrees cooler with highs in the low 40s. And not a lot of snow out of this. Open snow is calling for about an inch here and there for Vail and Beaver Creek when it's all said and done. But let's bring it out to Meredith and talk about our terrain options. I know that Meredith has been over at Beaver Creek, and I know you were skiing some black diamonds and some double black diamonds. Did you know that the Talents Challenge is coming up?
Yeah, honestly, I'm debating doing
You
it,
should
Trish.
do it.
I've never done it before.
Do it.
But I think I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
you got your
I actually
knee.
did.
Your knee got fixed last year, so we could do
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
New
All right.
knee, new me.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this Talents Challenge is pretty cool. I think it's it's 14. Is it 14 black and double black diamonds on Beaver Creek? Do you remember the amount of vertical feet?
I think it's over 26,000.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Over
All in one day.
26,000. So, whew, I think I'd have to train up. So I got to keep running loco and some of these black diamonds and maybe map out the best way to do it. But I would deserve some opera drinks after that.
Yes, you would. And that's included, that whole thing with the lunch and the drinks, that's included afterwards. But hey, you moved down throughout the plaza. I see you're over on the other side of the ice rink now.
That's right. I moseyed on down. I'm still looking at Mountain View. I'll show you. And the cloud cover is serious. It looks like we're getting some snow.
Ooh, you can't see Loco, Lupine, or Shooting Star. Usually you can.
Exactly. So we're now starting to see the snowflakes coming. So it started with Cam and it's moving west.
Yep.
But you can see Blue Moose Pizza's right behind me. That's a great spot, great family spot for pizza and après drinks. I also wanted to bring attention to two places right behind me. So we have the Dusty Boot and we have the Met.
Okay.
And
yes.
so you can see Dusty
Right.
Boot and the Met. And so the Dusty Boot is a great place. It's kind of a saloon vibe, a really family-friendly menu. They serve both lunch and dinner. So they have long hours. They're open 11 to 9 p.m. And that's a great casual place to stop in and kind of fix whatever craving you're looking for, whether it's drinks or on the menu. They have those big drinks that you can share with like two people, kind of like a fishbowl margarita.
Yeah, the schooners. Yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
I love it.
So that's a great après place. especially because it is open all day. So whether you're stopping in at 2 p.m. or at 4, it's going to be open. And then the Met right here. Oh, yeah, right here. um,
Right there. Yes.
this is one of my favorite places too. So it's not your exactly perfect off-price spot because it opens at 5 and it's a little bit nicer. It's a little bit less casual than Dusty Boot. But the Met has one of my favorite menus in Beaver Creek. It's very recognizable, but it's got a gourmet twist on each of them. You know, it's like you wouldn't make it how you would make it at home, how the Met does. So
I know.
yeah, as you can see, it's some beautiful brick inside and some lighting. And then right in the center is a wine dispenser. And Trish and I were gushing about this morning. I mean,
I love it.
you can get a card and buy wine, and you can walk right in and out, you know, and not even deal with the server. You can just dispense your wine. And this is also another great opportunity just to try some of those fancier wines. If you don't, you don't want to risk spending that much money on the whole bottle, you can do a little taste test. So this place is really great for a wide selection of wine and of course beer. And fun fact, both the Dusty Boot and the Met do this very special deal for anyone that is going to see a performance at the Villar. So they have a special theater menu that you can choose from. And so you can get an item on the theater menu and then a free and then a beer that comes with that or a house wine.
Yes.
And it's $25.
Yeah. And you know what? This is good. You know, a lot of the shows started either 7:30. You know, some of the classical music starts at 6. But if you can get in there, tell your server, you show your ticket, basically, you know, or show, you know, a scan of it. And then you tell them. And then usually that you can get down there before the show. Or you can go after the show if it's an earlier show. But I love it. $25 for a drink and an entree off the theater menu. That's pretty cool.
I think it's such a great deal. And it's super convenient because, you know, it's right there. And then you just walk. And just around this corner, you'll go down the escalators and that'll bring you to the front of the Villar. So it's very conveniently located. And then, you know, they're going to know you're seeing a show. So you're going to get some fast service and you're not going to risk being late walking into the theater. So that is super good. And then another last little fun fact about this area is right here, there is a little market. And, you know, so if you have a hotel here or a little lodge and you're not looking to make the drive down the hill to City Market, there's a little market and wine. You can buy bottles of wine there, some beer, you can like canned cocktails. So they have actually a really impressive selection for a convenient little market here.
I know. I love that little market. You know, sometimes I've come off of a hike and like you're just like crashing because you didn't eat, and I'll just go in there and even like a Dr. Pepper just to regenerate you. It's a good place that they do have a market where you can just get some things. I think they have ice cream in there too, so that's a good place to go if you need a little ice cream.
They actually might still sell this, but I'm just having this memory. The fudge, don't they sell fudge there?
They might have fudge in there too. Go look in the window. Okay, go give us a report.
Okay.
You can peer in there.
I will.
I don't know if they're open yet. Okay. All right. Hey, we got to take it over to the library down in Eagle. So Ken had a chance to talk to Tegan, and we're going to talk a little bit more about audiobooks. Do you need a nice read while you're here? Hey, you could listen to that on your snowshoe, on your ski or snowboard. Plenty of ways to consume your information. Here's more.
I know that it is the middle of winter while we record this, thus we're bundled up, but pretty soon spring is going to be in the air and road trips. And I have learned that one of the best ways to eat up some time on a road trip is by listening to a book. Tegan Davis here with Eagle Public Library has more. This is a really cool service. I think of the library, I think of checking them out. You guys actually, I could take the book with me in my car.
You can, and you don't have to, if you don't have a CD player anymore in your car, you can also, you can download it onto your device and play it that way. So we do have
How does it work here?
All right, so we have, obviously we have the physical copies, so you can check out a book, you can check out audiobooks. I always recommend checking out multiple audiobooks just in case you don't like the reader or you don't like the story. You can switch it up especially
Okay.
if you're on a long road trip.
So you just download it to your device, stream it to
so
your phone.
your
For your phone to that, yeah. I'd have to get my kids to help me out on some of the technology on this, but is it pretty easy to do?
It's pretty easy, and if you get stuck, come on in and we'll help you out. So bring your device and we're happy to help.
This is a really great option because, I mean, buying books can get expensive.
Yes.
I know that you can come in here and get books with your library card, but sometimes you might come in and there's not enough copies. This way you could just download it and take it with you.
Yes, so so you can download our ebooks or our audiobooks, and we just received a grant from the American Rescue Plan Act. And so what we're using that grant funding for is to beef up our ebook and e-audio collection. So we heard from our patrons, and they want a more broad ebook and audio book selection, as well as more bestsellers. So we're using this funding to kind of help those who are still staying home or are streaming to help bridge that digital divide in the COVID pandemic.
And to my understanding, there's been a dramatic increase in the use of the library since the pandemic has hit. Tell us about that.
So we saw a 25 increase on ebooks and e-audiobooks alone. So we went from about 30K checkouts to 50. So everyone was kind of hopping on and using our services in their own home.
That is just a huge amount, and it continues. I think that, you know, we've seen a deviation in society. We were all kind of going like this, and then all of a sudden this dramatic turn, and you guys are staying kind of ahead of the curve and forecasting what's going to happen. Yeah, and being prepared for that. What are the most popular services that you find here?
I think it just kind of, it just depends on your flavor. So, I mean, we have people who are ebook, e-audiobook all the time. They don't want a hardcover ever again. And then we have people who miss the hardcovers. They miss the pages, and they really want to have that physical copy.
Sure.
So they want to sit out in the park with a physical copy and not worry about the glare, or you know, their home devices have changed, and so in order for them to still connect with the library, they do need to download, and they do need to use some of our more online services.
It is also that time of year that it's nice to sit by the fire with an actual book. But my question is, are Kindles considered old school now?
No.
Okay.
You can still use your Kindle Fire, or you can use a paperweight, and you can still get books from the library using your Kindle.
Does anybody show up and surprise you with technology that you've never heard of?
Yes, actually,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they bring it in, and they're like, help, and we're like, okay. And so we learn with them, and it's really fun. I learn something new every day. I love it.
I've also noticed everybody here at the library is so nice.
Yes. Shush is a 4-letter word. So we do have our quiet zones, we have our Zen zones, but we also have more active zones, because we know, like, kids are going to be kids, teens are going to be teens.
Yeah.
So we give them that space to do that.
The Zen Zone, I love it.
Yeah.
To learn more, to go on the website and to download these, how do I do that?
evld.org, and if you have any questions or you need help on your device, just give us a holler.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise.
Maui Jim Sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
Hi, we are the ski injury attorneys at Block and Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and injures you, you are entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has to avoid skiers below.
You need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. If you've been injured on the slopes, call Block and Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been helping injured skiers and snowboarders in Colorado for over 30 years. Block and Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you.
Your case is our priority. Call us at 970-926-1700 or go to vailjustice.com.
All right, we are back. We're about to wrap up the show. We're going to say goodbye to our remote hosts this morning. We had Meredith up in Beaver Creek and Cameron over in Vail, lightly snowing in both locations throughout the morning. 1 inch new to report in the last 24 hours. We're not going to see a lot of this, maybe another inch. But hey, we'll take it. It's a beautiful day to get out there, take some photos as well. But who do we have? Who's remote? Do we have? All right, everybody's here. Okay, Meredith, did you find fudge? Was there fudge and ice cream there? Oh, does she hear us? All right, Cam can hear us. Cam.
I can hear us.
Okay, wait, now we can hear you. Hey, we did get a little chat. We want to check in with some of our chat. We've got Pollyanna Forster saying Chris Irving crushing it with LIV Sothebys. LA, she's heading up the hill shortly. See you at the top. So one of our often times chatting, LA was here. Paul Richards is saying good morning, VDL. My last morning skiing in Vail. See y'all next year. He's heading back to London, but he's going to Miami first. And then Madison loves the charcuterie board at the Big Bear Bistro. Cameron, have you had that?
Oh, yes. I don't know if I've had that one, but I'll have to think. I've had a lot of them. They're all so good.
I know. You know what? I just had the charcuterie board over at Remedy, at their bar that's in the Four Seasons. And that's just so good. I mean, oftentimes that's just my meal. You know, I love the cheese. I got a little protein, you know, all those crackers.
That's right.
You know, I call it dinner. It's fine. All right. Oh, it seems like it's snowing a little bit harder now.
A little bit. Seeing a bit bigger flakes. The line is just open there, so everyone has loaded into the gondolas, but it's snowing a little bit, and it should continue over the next couple hours. So hopefully it'll be, softer later into the afternoon. And I did want to mention, Tricia, they've just updated the grooming report sheets.
Okay.
And for our viewers that are maybe getting out on the hill, Paul, perhaps the signature groomed runs over here in Vail today are Lodgepole, Avanti, Northwoods, and Grand Review. So in each kind of area of the mountain here, those are the signature groomed runs.
Okay, I love that Grand Review out of Blue Sky Basin. That's a nice way to end your day. And then maybe take the China Spur over to China Bowl and then work your way down to the front side. All right, Meredith, can you hear us now? We got you?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Hi. Okay. What's going on over at the beach?
Yeah, so it's coming down. You can see, hopefully, the snowflakes sticking on my nose and eyelashes.
Yes.
But I did pop into the market, and I was so surprised. They open at 8, and the fudge was there. It brought me back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they've got the fudge for you. That could be an incentive today. Tell the kids, hey, we got ice cream, we got fudge if you ski all day. Get a cookie first.
Absolutely.
And then we do have the Thursday night lights tonight. So if kids and adults want to do this, we should all get out there and do it. It's a pretty fun time. But you do need to
I would love to do that.
You do need to be a level 5 or above skier or rider because you are basically going down in the dark. You got your glow-ons, but you got to be comfortable on your gears. So we would just remind people that it's not just for anyone, not for just beginners. You got to be skiing and snowboarding pretty well to do this. All right.
How's your skiing journey, Cameron, coming along?
I took a nice little bump last week. It's kind of taken me out of commission for a few days. I am leaps and bounds better than I was when I started back first full snow ski season in November. So it is progressing. I won't be doing double black diamonds with you anytime soon, Meredith, but blues and some easy blacks, maybe so.
Okay, so you know what? No challenge for Cameron, but Meredith, I think we have Cameron do what I'm calling the new Mccoy Park Challenge. So we ski all the 14 double black and black diamonds. Cameron skis all the 17 green circle and blue square runs. And then we meet at the end, okay? I think it's same for his ability level and our ability. We'll try to get that done.
I love it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
That'll be Cameron's challenge. Okay, perfect. You guys, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting with us this morning. We'll see you tomorrow bright and early at 7:30 a.m.